So Dennis, I see that companies struggle a little bit with defining what their non-employees might be. Can you help out by simplifying that and giving some examples?
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the basic fundamental starting points. There isn't clear breakdown of, your non-permanent. And if we look at that, you've got your contingent worker, and that can be on an hourly basis, on a daily basis. And it can be part-time, it can be on a fixed-term contract, full-time, and so there's all these various, we'll call them categories within that contingent. Then we go into your consultancy space, and again, they can be on a daily, normally on a fixed contract, because that is an outcomes-based type of model. And then you go into what I call the really dark space, which is the statements of work. And I think in the ecosystem, in there is a number of types of, I will call them categories again. There's fixed priced with, we'll call it an outcome or milestones. There is a time materials where, unfortunately, I've seen named resources, which starts creating a lot of issues from a compliance and management and who's got responsibility. And time materials which has a role, which is acceptable. So when you look at that, and that's about 8 types of different categorizations, it does get very confusing if you don't have the right standard taxonomy around that, the right templates, the right processes to follow when the demand and the signal comes in from the business to then shape and say, okay, this is the best way of going out to market. And then going out to market is another challenge, because if it's not done in the standardized process way of doing it, there is then a lot of leakage. And by that, it's not going through the process, picking up a phone, sending an email to a friend in your network, because that hiring project lead believes that they're buying to service their needs very quickly rather than going through a standardized process. Because of that, you have both the challenges but material opportunities to bring in the way you shape your workforce, but also the value. And there's a lot of value that is lost because of what I've just described, and there's not that awareness, the right buying behaviour to buy at the right time for the right reasons at that competitive market rate.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. There's a lot of complexity and confusion, definitely.
And then it just makes it easy to sort of say, I'll just go to my trusted network that I feel comfortable as the hiring lead. I may bypass my team, whoever is managing that space, if they are. And for me, my little micro lens, I'm just thinking that I'm doing the best thing in buying.
Yeah.
But when you look at it from the proper lens, you are leaving a lot of value on the table.